First off, what you want to do to get the headphones open like this is you pull out or push out the cup like this, and that will expose the port right there. If you can see that port right around here, into which you can sink your nails. And when you sink your nails inside of there, you can pull the outer grill off. It's pretty hard, and I have to hold the headphone with my other hand, but it's doable. And if you do that, you'll expose the headphones like this. You see, this is the part, this is the rim, which goes in between these two plastic walls, and that's all that holds these grills there. So, there's another method of doing it, and the other method is that you take off the pads and you take up the foam behind them. You have a similar foam like this behind the pads right here. This is that foam, and then there will be holes in the headphone, and through one of those holes you can push a screwdriver, push it behind the inner wall of this grill, and just push off the grill like that. But I use this method because I'm too lazy to take off the pads and then put them on again. And when you take off the grills, these will be behind them. You take these off, and then you cut a ring of double-sided tape out. And I've said a ring because, as you can see here, there's a hole in the driver, and the light kind of shines through that hole right now, if you can see that. Right in the middle of the magnet there's a hole. And the purpose of these is not just coloring the sound, and I don't even know whether they or not they intended to color the sound with these, but they do a little bit. They make the sound a little bit more bassy, and they reduce the width of the headphone. But the main purpose of these foam pieces was to keep dust and other debris out of this hole, because that hole leads to the driver itself, and getting dust and debris inside there is not good. But if you do this mod, there is no more need for those, because your material of choice with which you will cover this hole will keep dust and other debris out of the driver, so it will serve the same purpose as those did. As for the material, you cut out the ring of the double-sided tape, and then you cut out a circle from the material of your choice. My material, which I used, was just a random piece of foam similar to the ones I took out that I got from eBay along with some earpads I've ordered for other headphones. And I used this foam because I couldn't buy the Creatology basic felt that the guy used who wrote the review of these headphones on headfi.org. And by the way, you can find detailed instructions on how to do the mod in text form and other useful infos like measurements on headfi.org. If you just search headfi 58X Jubilee review, you will find a review. You can read that, and in that review you'll find a link to a PDF file which has these detailed informations regarding this mod, and they even perform measurements with different materials on here, so you have frequency response curves there, in that PDF file if you're curious. If you use the Creatology felt, the headphone becomes more neutral, more flat. So you apply your circle from the material you selected to use, and that's all. You just put the grill back and the mod is done, and you can see here how it looks with a black piece of foam. Not too shabby.